In today's video, I'm going to be talking about piecing, trying to get into first learning how to do a piece and just getting started using your name. Okay, so I'm just going to do the first four letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, just to give you an idea of what you want to do when you're using your name. So usually what I want to start off with is just creating a line so that I can base stuff off of, and so nothing goes below here, and then a line up here so nothing goes above there, so all my letters are in line so that your piece looks balanced and even. So I'm going to start. I'm going to use the bar method, which I think is a great tool to use when you're doing when you're just starting out piecing. You don't really know how your letters are go together, or I mean, if you do, then that's great, but a lot of people don't, and this is just a helpful way to use that technique in order to better this whole process on a piece. It's a little bit harder for the C. There's not really any bars you can put in it, but just do the best with what I got. Okay, now we're gonna go back and of course erase those lines. But so you of course, so we're making sure that both of these, the top is at there, and we don't want this thing going on because that just creates a sense of inconsistency. So the piece doesn't. It's like I cut it off right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just round it off so it still looks like that was supposed to be there, and not like I just ran out of room. And then you go back, you erase those lines. And so usually when you're doing a piece, what I want to do is keep a lot of the letters uniform. So since this A, the style, it all matches so that it looks uniform and it looks good. Because when you have letters that don't look the same, they just throw the whole piece off, and it's not good. So you just want to keep your letters in uniform and make sure that they are stylistically together. And now what we're gonna do is, just to get you started on this, we're gonna add some basic elements into the letters to style them up a little bit more. So we're gonna take what we already had and just add some different bars. So we're gonna take these regular bars and we're gonna like bend them and add some serifs to style the letters up. So instead of doing that bar the same, we're gonna put it over here. Add this. So you see that I'm using serifs on both sides. So usually you want to do that so that, or you can just put serifs on one side but not put them on the other side. But if you're gonna do the serifs here, you got to do them on the rest of your letters, of course, but to make them all come together. And what I could usually do is put a bar right here, but since maybe I want this piece to look a little bit more stylish, we can add a whole nother bar right in here for this part of the A to come slice through those letters, come out that end. So this is again just some ideas that you can mess around with, of course, and try or not try. I mean, I'm just here to help you out, but so maybe we don't want this to be totally in front of it. Maybe you do. Sometimes I do like to put it all the way in front, but for now I'm just going to erase those lines in the middle of there and not put it in front. Now we're just going to take that one, bring it in a little bit, bring it up, add a little serif here, and then right there. I'm not going to change the front of it too much because I think this is already okay. But what you could do is, if you didn't want it to this side, the bottom part of that to be round, you could square it off to give it another design element in the piece to give it more style. And then since the B, these two connect, you could also connect the top half to the bottom, and then it creates an indentation in it. Makes it just fills up more room and adds to the style of it, which of course always a great thing to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this C, I'm going to introduce a new element. So I'm still taking the regular C, but I'm just adding different curvature to it so that it styles a letter. And a lot of the time, a good thing you can also do, to keep these in uniform, sorry, we're just going to do a serif right there. Okay, so now you have your letters, right? Well, if there's any overlapping, like there is here, one thing we could do is we could erase these lines in the middle here, and then have one part of the letter going in, and then this letter going into that letter, and then we have this letter. So you kind of, what I like to do is I like to make one of the letters go in there, and the other go in. So you're not having the same letter go in, you're having both of them go into each other. It just creates a different mindset on the way you're looking at the letters and how they flow together. And so we're going to take these horizon lines away, since we already know that those letters are in line, and say you want to connect these letters, create an underline. So what we could do is, in essence, just actually add more bars right here. Or yeah. So you have that coming in there. Of course, again, we can just do that. This creates another element, kind of a 3D image. I mean, optical illusion. Could be going in, it could be going out. It's kind of a little, like this could be coming in, or it could also be the corner of a room, but just some more artistic style you can do there. And now that we have these bars here, another thing is adding blocks to those letters, or a half circle. See, what you want to do is, since this could possibly have this part attached to it. So you want to be you don't want to just put these randomly here. You want to think to where something could have been broken off and then put that there as an extension of this, but in broken parts. So see, this could have been rounded right here, and that's why I put the rounded one, because I want this to be what this could have been. So then it creates a more realistic effect to it, so it's not like you're just throwing around blocks for no reason. And so that's the basic letter structure. And usually what people do, what I like to do anyway, is create a shadow. So what you want to do is you want to get a point somewhere. It could be here, it could be over here, or it could be up here, or anywhere you want it, but usually you want to pull it somewhere to the edge of the paper, or above or below. You don't really want to get a funky kind of, a point right here. It doesn't create that good of an effect. You usually want to pull it to the edge of a paper, any edge, so those edges. What in pieces that I do, I usually bring it down. So that's what I'm going to do here. So you just want to get kind of every edge, you just want to bring it down. You know, you kind of want to get all of them the same approximate length. And you just want to get every single edge. So you see this has an edge, so you bring it down. This doesn't have an edge, we'll just do that later. But it would be like that. So we're just following the curvature here, bring it down there. Same thing here. Just bring it down. Bring that down. So then when you have all that, then you just connect your lines. Go down here. Connect that line. Connect these. Connect those lines. And then of course you would go back and you can do a number of different things. I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can shade in a shadow. So the first way I'm going to demonstrate right here is you can fill it in just all black, just going back and forth like that. And then of course I go back with another layer. So you don't want to cross hatch, so you don't want to do this inside of that because it looks bad. So if you're gonna do a shadow, you want to do it, so see this is going down, I'm gonna do it like this, or this is coming like that. You want to follow this line. So if that line is over here, then you want to do the shadow that way, so it follows the line and it looks more appealing. So another way you can do this is you can create an empty space right here and then fill it in around it. Also gives it is another interesting aspect. And then another way you can create different, so you can come in with your regular shadow, stop, create bars in it, so tiny indentions. You don't want to do too many, you just want to do enough, and then fill in some more, maybe add another one there. But you want it to be also varying widths, so you don't want to do all big or all skinny. You want to do a couple skinnies, a big one, a medium-sized one. You just kind of want to vary the different thicknesses when you're doing that. So that's just one way of shading, and then of course I'd come back in here and just erase that, and then maybe go back with a pen or a marker and then fill this in. So usually if you're gonna do it with a marker, then you just do the shadow and a marker, and or if you're gonna do this type of shadow, just kind of sketch out where you're gonna put the spaces and then do it with the marker. But I really recommend just doing pencil and sketching it out first and kind of getting what you want to do, and then moving on to pen. But that's really just me. This is, of course, graffiti is kind of like whatever you want to do, and if you want to do that, you can do that. I just don't recommend it. And for outlines, I like Pigma Micron. Those are really nice. Gives you a good clean outline. And or if you're on a budget, just Sharpie, which are really good. They fill fast and they're great. And that's the tutorial, the graffiti piecing tutorial. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, do your deal. Thanks.